Hi, my name's Leanna from Ottawa Pianos, and today I have another lovely instrument to show you. This piano behind me is the Baldwin H152 Baby Grand piano in a beautiful satin ebony finish. Here at Ottawa Pianos, we have special ties to the Baldwin Piano Company, who are the manufacturers of this instrument. My grandfather first opened the doors to Ottawa Pianos in 1968, and we were the Ottawa region Baldwin piano dealers. Things have come full circle because 55 years later, here I am showing you another Baldwin piano. The Baldwin Piano Company was started in 1862 in Cincinnati, Ohio by Dwight Hamilton Baldwin. Now, over the years, they manufactured pianos under a few different names, namely Hamilton and Baldwin. Currently, it's owned by Gibson Guitars, and they have a lovely factory in China, a state-of-the-art one that was recently built. And much like other piano manufacturers, they moved their manufacturing overseas to China to create a more accessible way for people to enjoy the beautiful American piano sound. Yamaha, Kimball, and Wurlitzer are just a few of other piano manufacturers who did this. This piano behind me was manufactured in 2007, and this one is pristine. This piano is 16 years old, and it was properly maintained, it was tuned regularly, and as far as it looks, it is absolutely stunning. You can't find a flaw in the finish. Whoever had this before had really taken great care of this instrument, and an instrument this wonderful deserves all the care it can get. North American pianos are known to have a very warm, inviting tone, and you don't need to be playing at an extremely high difficulty level to be able to get a nice sound out of this piano. You don't need big chords, you don't need a ton of pedal, and you don't need glistening arpeggios. I'll be playing some of Scarlatti's D minor sonata, and it doesn't have a very thick texture, but because I'm not playing very many notes at a time, you can really appreciate the sound that's coming out of this piano. I'm not doing a whole lot to get that sound out, and that's why I think this piano is perfect for anybody at any skill level. Let's take a listen. So now that we've listened to some Scarlatti, let's talk a little bit about the sound we just heard. I wasn't playing a lot of notes at once, but still, it had that beautiful, warm tone. And you know, you don't need something that's a Liszt transcendental etude to really be able to appreciate this piano. And that's why I think this is the perfect piano for someone who is just coming back to the piano, just starting their piano journey. It can be appreciated by musicians of all levels and capabilities. So now that I've played some early Baroque, that piece was actually written in the 1600s, let's move into the classical/romantic era of music. I'm going to play some Beethoven, and I'll be playing from Beethoven's 5th Piano Concerto, appropriately entitled Emperor. First, I'll play from the second movement, and this part has a lot more chords, but it has a very melodic singing line that needs to shine on top. So the chords and the harmonies are underneath, and you'll be able to hear, hopefully, that I can get that discrepancy between the harmonies that are in the background and the melody that's supposed to sing on top. It really is a mark of a well-made instrument to be able to create that kind of discrepancy and still have the notes that need to shine through. Let's try it out. Isn't Beethoven's music just so beautiful? Hopefully you could hear the beautiful singing line in that second movement that I just played for you, and that the harmony, while supportive, was still very much knowing its place in the background, supporting the singing line. Now, I'd love to show you what a grand is really capable of, because this is a grand piano after all, and I haven't really shown you the depth and the range that we can get from this piano. Now that I've played some Baroque music that was nice and lighter but emotional, and then I played some second movement of Beethoven, which was not that loud but dense and beautiful, I'm going to play some third movement Beethoven. Now this is the finale of Beethoven's Fifth Piano Concerto. What you just heard was the second movement, and following the second movement would be the third. This piece, this movement, has that grand piano sound. It has big chords, it has a big melody, and it has a lot of notes. I'd love for you to hear how you can get that loud sound from this instrument, but it's not screaming at you. It's not sharp, it's not pointy, it's really round and big. So that's what I love about this piano, is that we can get that kind of sound from it. And of course, I can't talk about that grand piano sound without telling you a little bit about the mechanism of this instrument. So an upright piano relies on springs to be able to get the action to move up and down and to get the piano keys to get that sound for you. A grand piano relies on gravity. And so that's why you can get a bigger sound, because you're not relying on a machine, you're relying on a force. So let's take a listen to some Beethoven. One really cool thing that Beethoven does in his Fifth Concerto is that he blends the second movement and the third movement. He transitions them in a very seamless way. And it's really cool to hear how we went from that soft melodic sound to the big brassy sound that you'll hear in the third movement. So let's start with the second movement, and you'll know when I hit the third movement. So we've heard some Scarlatti, and we've heard some softer Beethoven, and we've heard some loud Beethoven, some beautiful, grandiose music. And this piano can be appreciated through it all. It doesn't matter if you're playing really big, complex music, or you're playing something a little bit lighter. It can be enjoyed by people of all levels. I think this is a wonderful piano, and someone is going to be very lucky to call this their forever instrument. If you'd like to see more pianos, please follow us on Instagram, send us a message, check out our store, and come to our online website. We would love to help you find your forever piano. and keep an eye out for more videos because we make one every week. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.